Good morning. This is Paul Donovan, Chief Economist at UBS Global Wealth Management. It's 7 o'clock in the morning London time on Thursday the 18th of March. The US Federal Reserve meeting was really a reaffirmation of what economists have been saying for quite some time. There was guidance that policy wasn't going to change. There was a clear indication that the fabled dot plot of forecasts should not be taken as a guide to policy. Fed Chair Powell, who is not an economist, did emphasise that policy would react to the economy in real time rather than preempt expected changes in the economy on the basis of economists' forecasts for the future. This approach is not without its problems. Economic data is being revised more and more often, and the revisions are getting larger and larger. This means that what the Fed thinks is happening in real time may be completely the opposite of what is actually happening in real time. And that is before the question of whether data designed in the 1920s can accurately capture structural changes in the 2020s. Moving on from the Fed, today it is the turn of the Bank of England to opine on life. Again, the expectation is that Bank of England Governor Bailey, who is an economist, will reiterate that there's not going to be any change in central bank monetary policy until such point as the economy has recovered fully from the pandemic. The question of whether quantitative policy continues at the current level is perhaps a little more open to discussion. The timing of an economic recovery is somewhat called into question by news that there will be no new vaccination appointments in April owing to fluctuating vaccine supplies. This means that economists of a certain age will remain unvaccinated for a further month, although the government is reiterating that the general population, including economists, should all be vaccinated by July. In Australia, employment rose and unemployment fell significantly in February. Why is this something that matters globally? Because Australian employment is now basically back where it was before the pandemic. This is another reminder that we are not going through a normal recession recovery cycle. With internal restrictions largely lifted within Australia, the economy was able to return to normal pretty quickly. Of course, one should be careful about extrapolating from a single economy to the rest of the world, particularly as the structure of the Australian economy is different to that of Europe or the US. But it's an important reminder of how the level of restrictions is likely to govern the timing and the pace of the economic recovery. The rest of the economic data calendar is not terribly exciting. ECB President Lagarde is speaking, but it's hard to see how ECB President Lagarde speaking constitutes new information to anyone. Certainly, it's difficult to imagine any new twist to ECB policy emerging. There is euro area trade data, which is of very mild interest. More significant, perhaps, is the US initial jobless claims data. Of course, this is weekly data, but as Texas gets over the effects of some chilly weather and as state economic restrictions ease, investors will want to see whether the US labour market can recover as quickly as it seems to be doing elsewhere. That's all for today. Have a good day.
UBS Chief Investment Office's investment views are prepared and published by the global wealth management business of UBS AG or its affiliate, UBS. This material has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any specific recipient and is published for informational purposes only. As a firm providing wealth management services to clients globally, UBS AG and its subsidiaries offer both investment advisory services and brokerage services. Investment advisory services and brokerage services are separate and distinct, differ in material ways, and are governed by different laws and separate arrangements. In the USA, UBS Financial Services Inc. is a subsidiary of UBS AG and a member of FINRA SIPC. For information, please visit our website at ubs.com/working with us. For a full legal disclaimer applicable to the independent investment views produced by UBS, please visit our website at ubs.com/CIO-disclaimer.